we were touring the grounds at Auschwitz, violently hungover. And this
Auschwitz, but hold on. Auschwitz 21st birthday is absolutely diabolical.
I cannot make this up.
What do you want to do for your birthday? I want to go to Auschwitz. Hello. Welcome to episode whatever we're on of Quarter Life Crisis. Today we're joined by two guests, actually. Gentlemen, how are we?
Oh, we're feeling great. How you doing, Timmy?
Good. Other Timmy?
What's up? My name's Tim. I'll go by Diesel for clarity in this conversation. Glad to be here.
All right.
He's in his cuck chair. He just wants to watch.
Yeah, Jesus. Could you have paused for any fucking longer? All right. Yeah, so today we've got two guests. We've got my buddy Matt, my buddy also Tim, who we will be calling Diesel for clarity. Matty, say what's up. Tell everyone whatever you want to say about yourself while you're here.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? You might have heard I called in on the soundbite a couple weeks ago. Went by the meat slot. Yeah, Timmy was going to name the podcast after what I said, and then he backtracked and stole the title to Timmy. So
I did. And for everyone at home, we did get a demonstration of what feet on the desk stroking your shit evil style looks like. Bro, it's evil.
It's evil.
It's evil, man.
Yeah, it was weird how much Timmy was enjoying it, actually. He kept asking me to continue. I was like, man, I'm not comfortable with this. And he's like, keep going. I'm almost done. I don't know what that meant, but
is there a video of that, by the way?
There is.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I'll take one later.
All right. Diesel, go ahead. You want to give yourself a little introduction?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Me and Timmy have been friends for a long time, so pleasure to be on here, help him out with the podcast, and forward to it.
All right. Thank you for.
Yeah, I heard they were struggling for listeners. They called in Diesel. That's why he's here.
No, we were struggling for guests.
Oh, for guests. Okay.
Definitely not struggling for listeners, of course.
No, I'd be happy to show you the stats if you want to see them.
What's the do we have like a gender or demographic breakdown of your listeners, Timmy?
I can show you what I can see if you want. Jesus. All right. So yeah, yes, I can sort of see demographics. I can see where people are listening from. But yeah, it doesn't tell me like, male, female, white, black. It doesn't tell me like that shit. It just says
IP address, home address.
No. I can see like general location that you're listening from, stuff like that. So it is kind of interesting. I love looking at the stats. Shows me I'm like Santa out here. I can see who's listening, who's not. But yeah,
when you're not. He'll break into your house, climb down your chimney, and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna climb down your chimney. I'm gonna fuck you up. But all right. So, boys, we got a bit of a pointed episode today. We've heard that people like the pointed episodes, so we're gonna do that. And we sort of had a little brief before this. Who knows what we're talking about today?
I do.
I don't. I'm lost. I
do. All right, yeah. So we're making a tier list. We're making a tier list.
Best things to jerk off to. Let's go.
Femboys S tier, easy.
Twinks
S tier, yeah.
Having sex every night.
Kissing each other.
For our listeners out there,
I'll bleep that fat dox Timmy D just did. It's all right, brother. I do it all the time. All right, so today, yeah, we're making a tier list. We're gonna be doing a tier list of times we've had on various different alcohols.
And a surprise twist.
Really terrible. And a surprise twist, which will be sprinkled in there throughout. All right, so yeah, making a tier list of various types of alcohol. what the best time is you've had on each. And I think this will be a great a great avenue to share some stuff about me and the boys while also having a little fun. So let's get into it. First one on the list, absinthe. Have either of you guys ever had absinthe?
Never
So
have. It terrifies me.
I have, but it's like allegedly it has hallucinogenic properties, but I think the absinthe that you buy off the shelf like doesn't, and it's supposed to make you feel like some type of way. I haven't
Okay.
had that experience.
I have also had absinthe. And actually, fairly recently, within the past few months, I went on a big absinthe kick because I really not like a kick like I was drinking it a lot, but like I got really into it and I was looking it up because I had also heard that back in the day, like I had heard the recipe for the hallucinogenic absinthe had been lost, but that's actually not the case. Uh, and I did kind of a like historical deep dive on absinthe. And the reason why people think it made you hallucinate was because generally the people who were drinking absinthe back in the day were also taking laudanum, which is a drug you can't find anymore, but is a bit of a hallucinogenic. So absinthe never actually made you hallucinate. Um, Absinthe also has sort of like that amaretto taste to it, which kind of sucks. So Timmy D, me and you have had absinthe. Where would you put this? I'm going like D tier.
I would put it like F tier because like the hype is so much like, oh, this is gonna be different. This is gonna be like a unique experience. And
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
gonna be
not.
unique. It's just not. Also, Ernest Hemingway was a big absinthe guy, and I've always wanted to try his like signature drink, which is called a Death in the Afternoon. It's
Because he
absinthe
killed
mixed.
himself.
No. It's just absinthe mixed with champagne. It sounds. I understand why it's called Death in the Afternoon.
That's why he was so fucking depressed. He was drinking this
He was
disgusting
drinking that
liquor.
Yeah, I would
horrible
also kill
beverage. Yeah, I
myself.
would also kill myself. All right, absinthe, F tier. All right, next on the list. Matt, would you like to take us on the next one? What do we got here?
We got ale that's just beer. Yeah, I'm having one right now. It's terrific. I mean, it could be S tier. It's applicable always. It's always terrific. You're never
Beer
upset about
is
having it.
always applicable.
Always
I would
applicable.
say I've never had a beer I don't like, except for like Milwaukee Ice, maybe.
Whoa.
That's a man's beer. That's a man's beer.
I know. See, for some reason, every time I say that, it's so like contentious. People seem to love Milwaukee Ice. I don't know. I just don't like it.
I think if
It's like the only bad beer.
I ever hear someone talk about Milwaukee Ice, I think that you're trailer park trash and you're also an alcoholic. They both go hand in hand.
They go.
All
They
right,
kind of go hand in
let's
hand.
go S tier. I mean, ale. What do you
Yeah,
think, Timmy
S
Diesel?
tier.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so universally applicable. Like whether you're gonna go black out at a club or you're just gonna, kick it by a campfire, like it's a fucking phenomenal drink.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah.
We're
All
sipping
right,
ale.
S tier.
All right, Diesel. Aperol.
Yo, what's next?
Aperol.
Oh, yeah, Aperol Spritz, big European drink. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like, anytime someone encouraged me to have an Aperol Spritz, I'm just things are lame. Things are too bougie. It's like something
It's a
my
good like.
sister will like have me get when I'm with her. It's like, oh, not really.
It's good
That's where
like
I'm.
brunch. It's good
Go
like
ahead.
brunch vibes, though. You know.
That's what I'm saying, though. When you're having Aperol as a guy, it's because a female who's hopefully attractive is recommending it to you. If a guy recommends Aperol, that guy should kill themselves. So I
Maybe this
think
is
that
reflective of our universe, of our respective experiences with women, but
I don't know. She who shall not be named recently became a big fan of Aperol.
oh, then definitely F tier.
I
Thank you,
think
Well,
B
Tim.
tier. I think B tier.
I was
A
leaning
woman,
like B, C tier, somewhere
a
in there.
woman's recommending it to you. You're sitting across from her. You're having a cocktail. You're not in a bad mood. I think I go B tier.
I'm going C tier. Timmy D said
C
F. I think
tier,
we go
C
C.
tier.
C tier. We're going
All
C
right, we'll stay
tier.
with C. We'll stay with C.
All right. I mean, that's good brunch. As someone who just got back from Europe, it is very prevalent. You see it like everywhere. Every single menu you're gonna see has an Aperol on it. All right, Maddie. This is all you. Your time to shine, baby.
This is
Bourbon
all
whiskey.
This is all I drink. S tier. I mean, nothing's better.
S
Nothing's ever
tier.
been
S
made.
tier.
That's
S
American
tier.
ingenuity right there. You know, they can't make it
That's
like that in Europe. They can't make it anywhere
they
else in the
can't they can't
world.
do it. They can't the
You have to be an
European mind.
inbred freak from Kentucky to make this shit.
The European mind cannot comprehend a good bourbon.
They can't replicate it. And that's why we
They
won all the
can't.
world wars.
And
Because of bourbon.
all this tariff revenue that we're gathering right now, it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. All the tariff revenue is coming from Kentucky bourbon. Those inbred fucks from Kentucky.
Best thing ever to come out of Kentucky.
Probably the only thing to ever come out of Kentucky except baseball bats.
So-
Bourbon
We're
whiskey.
going S tier.
We're going
Yeah.
S tier.
I've got the only time I remember just drinking bourbon. I was on a Vail trip with a work colleague of mine. He was a huge bourbon guy, so it's all we had, and I was kind of consuming it like I would a beer, and definitely left some bourbon all across the slopes the next day. So great drink though.
Do you remember what kind of bourbon you were drinking?
Don't remember a ton about that, to be honest.
You know, my cousin is I got a cousin in Vermont who's a big he's a huge beer snob, but he's a beer trader by trade, but he also dabbles in whiskey, and so his you know, he makes his money by finding these like rare beers and whiskeys that you can't find elsewhere and trading them across the country mostly, but he was down here in Boston one time visiting, and we were sitting at a bar in Somerville having just having lunch, having a few beers, and they had the 20-year Pappy Van Winkle on the shelf. And we ordered it was me, she who shall not be named, and my cousin Dan.
You speak about like
And
you fucking Voldemort, dude.
she loves it. She likes she who shall not
Can
be
we just
named, but
can we just call her Voldemort?
it's fine. She's not Voldemort.
I know, it's all right.
I love her. Okay.
I know. She's
But
great. She's great.
I know.
As do we.
But anyway, long story short, we ordered the three of us split a glass of the 20-year Pappy Van Winkle, which ran about $160 a glass, and the cookie skillet.
Jesus.
You got
And
got ripped off, man.
Maybe it was $120 a glass. It was fucking expensive,
way.
whatever it was. It was fucking expensive, but it was unbelievably good bourbon.
At the end of the day, though, are you not consuming alcohol to feel the effects of alcohol? Like, at the end of the day, like, does it really matter what it tastes like? Like, $120?
I'll argue on that, because sometimes, like, I'm also a big Scotch guy. And like, there's nothing that beats like a good Scotch. Like, just being able to sit down and have like a nice glass of Scotch and relax. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 points to say off of that. You know, you said,
Right.
aren't we just drinking this to feel it? I mean, I think that's what the quarter life crisis is about. I think 20-year-old you're trying to feel it. 30-year-old
I think like 90% of my life is just
trying
drinking
to
to
feel
get
it.
drunk. But every now and again,
Yeah.
you know, as drunk as I like to get and just like let my mouth fly on this podcast, every now and again, you know, I can appreciate good whiskey.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. On to Brandy.
You're a fine girl.
Brandy.
Great song. It's probably my only contribution.
Have either you guys ever actually had brandy? I feel like
Yeah, actually, you know, my
actually.
girlfriend, her family's all Romanian. They always do a glass of brandy after dinner. It's a good tradition, you know. Nice
Sort of
little
like
shot
how
of
the
brandy afterward.
Portuguese always do Porto after dinner.
Yeah, port's like a sweet wine. So it's something like that's like a really sweet liquor. Yeah,
Sort of like
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, if you're drinking it, I hope you're not drinking a lot of it at a time, but you know, just on its own, it's pretty good. I'd say B tier.
Is it a type of whiskey?
It's a wine, I think.
So. I don't fucking know.
It's definitely not a wine. It's a liquor.
It's a liquor. It's definitely a liquor. I think it's a type of whiskey, like a really sweet whiskey. It's like, I think Deseronio, if you ever had that, that's I think it's a brandy. Oh my God, Tim, you're looking at porn on the middle of the podcast? What are you Good one.
Sorry. For all of our audio listeners, Matt just flashed his butthole.
And how did it feel to stare into the abyss?
Into the abyss. It was chasm. Champagne. I'm going A tier. Maddie, you remember when we were at JMU? And we did the or no, maybe it wasn't JMU. Did champagne showers.
Yeah,
And you
I remember that.
blasted
Right in the
blasted
face.
that kid in the face with champagne.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had
That was a fun weekend.
fun weekend, JMU. Someone handed Maddie a bottle of champagne and he decided to point it directly at someone.
I was up on a stage. I was an elevated surface. I felt like a girl.
Elevated surface got him going. Cider. I'm going. What do you think? I'm thinking B tier. It's like shitty beer.
It's flavorful, but it's gonna hurt your fucking stomach. That's why I think.
Yeah, it's gonna make you fucking shit yourself the next day. I think we already did brandy. Get that out. Oh wait, no, actually, no. This is cognac. This is fucking Hennessy. Diesel. Remember Scotty's graduation party?
Yeah.
When all those kids showed up who we didn't know, and every single one of them were drinking brandy or the fucking Hennessy.
Hey, not to make this about race, but
no, there were not those people at Scotty's graduation party.
Okay.
Were they prep kids?
I don't know. They were Scotty's friends.
I mean, they were probably, to be honest, no, I don't remember that. But the only thing I remember about that night is Declan doing Edward 40 hands, and then you're gonna have to bleep that. But he sent my statistics teacher an email with a photo of me just hammered at the graduation party. And when we went into class, like after the weekend, like he put it up on the screen. And it was like me and Dan just like blasted on the couch. He's like, boys, what is this?
Good fucking yod. You remember the good fucking yod email?
No, what's that?
It was just something that was going around when we were probably around that age where someone emailed their teacher like hammered asking for an extension and they ended it with good fucking yod.
Nice.
All right. Gin. We're gonna go to gin next. The beverage.
I got a story about gin. I think it's disgusting, to be honest. But I remember.
Yeah.
Shout out T. But I was with T, myself, his girlfriend at the time. They are broken up.
Voldemort.
No.
And no. Not anyone in this podcast. Somebody else. And
I know.
And the girlfriend's mom. And it was her birthday. We're all getting fucked up, taking shots of gin. And the mom goes, let's go around the room and say our favorite story about everybody. And she looks at which is her looks at her daughter's boyfriend and says, tell your favorite story about this girl, which is his girlfriend. And he goes, pass. And it's her birthday. I'm fucking crying laughing. She looks at me and she goes, why don't you tell a story? I just said some story about us being friends or something stupid. And then the mom goes, and then back to him, and he's like, I got nothing. I'm sorry. And then the mom goes again.
He's just such a good listener.
He's like, I'm going to give you another couple minutes. I'm going to say the story. She goes on this long tangent, and she goes, you got anything? And he goes, I got nothing. I'm so sorry. And then we just drove home in silence that night.
I got nothing. Pass.
In front of your girlfriend's mom is hilarious.
It's so funny.
That's a good one.
So we were drinking gin. That's what I remember about it.
Gin is the beverage that inspired this list because me and Handsome Dave were sitting at a bar near my house right before this, and the bartender made some because one of our friends drinks like strictly gin shots, and the bartender was like, "That's disgusting." However, I've never not gotten laid like when I'm drinking gin shots. I was like, "Well, that's disgusting, but you've had a great experience on that." And he's like, "Yeah, it sucks, but it's like A tier."
I drink it every night.
But But he had made that comment, and we were like, that's that's kind of a funny clash of opinions there. It sucks, but I guess it works.
It tastes like laundry detergent, I think.
It's fucking disgusting unless you're having like a martini. But honestly, I'm more of a dirty martini guy. I'm going fucking D tier. Gin sucks
Love it.
ass.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
disgusting.
Agreed. All right, we're going. Dark rum. I feel like we should just do rum in general. There's 3 types of rum in here.
Yeah,
I got a
rum.
good rum one. It was our friend who we all know, Sean, and 2 other gentlemen were at my house in high school, and we had recently discovered the effects of alcohol and soon to be the consequences. But it was our pond outside was frozen, and we got our hands on some gasoline, as high schoolers do.
Hell yeah.
And we tried to essentially make designs on the ice and light it on fire. But what ended up happening is we just caught the whole pond on fire. And my dad comes out and is like, why is the pond on fire? So that put an end to that. But fast forward, and said named individual, Sean, is puking in my bathroom. And I go in to help him, and he goes, yo, I called the cops. And I was like, Sean, why would you do that? There's just there's 4 of us here drinking at my house. Why would you call the cops? He's like, I didn't, but I'm about to. And I look in the bathroom, and there's puke on every surface in the bathroom except in the toilet, which he was sitting upon, which was crystal clean. And long story short, we hid from the police that he allegedly called, but did not call. And his phone went through the washer. And yeah, that was rum as a junior in high school.
When I was in college, my drink of choice senior year was mostly just rum. I would go to the ABC store, I would buy a bottle of Bacardi coconut, and I would walk around drinking that, just straight from the bottle, crush like a 5th a night. And one day we were having during COVID, so everything was shut down. Nobody was allowed to have parties. Basically, nothing was going on in Blacksburg. And one day we decided to have a day drink because our whole frat was so fucking bored. And I was probably about most of the way through my bottle. I had a little bit left when the cops showed up, busted up the day drink. And so they were in our backyard, and I'm fighting with the cops, while still holding my little fifth of Bacardi. And everyone's yelling at me to get back inside or whatever. And so I was like, man, fuck you guys or whatever. I'm walking home. And the president had to tackle me to get the rum out of my hands. Because the cops apparently said that they were like, he takes one step off the property with that bottle in his hands, he's going in for drunken disorderly or whatever.
Made up crime.
I don't remember if it was. Yeah, it is a made up crime. It's kind of a blanket crime. I don't remember if I was off the rum too when
I was there on the porch screaming at you to get inside.
I know. I was smoking a butt next to the cop car, and then one of our other buddies drove by, and I jumped in his truck and left, abandoned everyone. But I don't know if I was also off the rum, because you had brought this up. I almost burned down the house when I was drunk on rum because I stole the Rush sign from the frat across the street and had a big gasoline fire in the backyard. Do you remember that, Maddie?
I wasn't there for that, but I heard stories and I saw pictures, and it was fucking hilarious.
Our entire backyard was seeded with hay, and I had found a can of gasoline in the shed while I was drunk as fuck off of a bottle of rum. And I was the president was like, you have to get rid of this sign now. They have cameras on their porch. They're gonna come over here within within a day or something. And so I was like, oh, easy. I'll just burn it down. And so I dumped gasoline all over it in our fully hay, like dry straw hay, like backyard, and just had like a huge gas fire with it. And then it was either like the president who lived close by or like the vice president. Like someone came screeching down the street in their car and they were like, I see a pillar of smoke coming from the house. What the fuck are you doing? Burn the goddamn house down. So yeah. I'm changing my mind. Rum, S tier.
I mean,
I agree.
these are back-to-back stories of you guys drinking rum and grabbing gasoline. What the
Well,
fuck are
rum
the combinations of the two?
rum just makes you rum just turns you into a pirate.
I do
It
have
just
one.
makes you do straight lunacy.
It
I do have
stokes
one
your
quick
pyro.
quick
Yeah.
dark rum story. Back to what Timmy D was saying about being like late in high school or whatever. I remember this is the first time I was out drinking. I drank with my dad a few times growing up, but I'm out with some buddies. Maybe it's sophomore year in high school. I'm at this kid Adam's house, and we're all drinking or whatever, and we're drinking like beers or whatever, and then he brings out this Captain Morgan's dark rum. And we're all
Yep.
doing shots. We're in front of some girls, sophomore in high school. I just want someone to grab my dick. I just want someone to look at it, right? And so I pour up a shot of Captain Morgan's trying to look cool. And I remember I'm talking to this one girl, and I pour up the shot, and I take it in front of her, immediately vomit in the sink. That girl never talked to me again.
So funny.
Never
Who'd
talked to me
thought?
again.
That's not where I thought you were going with this. I thought because Timmy D had talked about Sean painting the walls.
Oh, that happened too. I think it
You
was
remember? Was that the
kid's
same
house.
night?
No, I don't think it was the same
It was
night,
the
but
same kid's house, but I remember you telling me the story about one of our other mutual friends who apparently painted all 6 walls in the bathroom at this same kid's house.
yeah, and the mom comes down the next morning, and I'm asleep on the couch. He's asleep on the couch, and then the guy who lives there asleep on the couch. And the mom comes down. She's like, "What the fuck is happening in my bathroom?" Because there's apparently vomit everywhere. And she
Also,
looks at me and she starts screaming at me. And she goes, "Did you fucking vomit in my bathroom?" And I'm like, "No. Like, what are you talking about?" And then she turns to him. He's got vomit all on his shirt, on his fucking face. She wakes him up screaming, and I'm alert at this point. And she goes, "Was it fucking you?" And he's got vomit all over his face, and he just goes, "No." And they kicked him out immediately. But yeah, no, I think that was rum as well. That's what we were drinking from over there. The same dude's house, but yeah.
I always laugh about like the funny vomit stories, but it's all like I have like an iron stomach. Like once something goes in, it doesn't come out unless it's like the most inopportune time to vomit. And
Yeah.
that's when that's when I tend to just paint the walls. Um,
Yeah.
Your sister's wedding.
Oh, listen, we can bring that up if you like. I'd love to tell that story.
That is one of my all-time
Like,
favorite stories.
that's
Can
like
we
my
just go through that
that's like
start to finish?
that might be like the lowest point in my life. I will I will let you tell it, but
All right.
it's like that. It's a couple of like when we were in Tenerife, I threw up on myself when we were at dinner one night. It's like it's never like literally once something goes in, it does not come out unless it's a bad time.
Yeah.
Then
No,
it's
I
just
got
like
you.
all bets are off.
Please,
I
the
got you.
wedding story.
All right. So, wedding story is so Diesel was talking about how he knows Tan from high school, but I've known Tan since sixth
Damn.
grade. So he's grown up with my family. My parents love him. My sister loves him. I got a twin brother. He loves him as well. And so my sister gets married. This is when we're in college. This is like sophomore year of college. And so I bring my girlfriend. And I bring Timmy, obviously. But I bring Timmy, obviously. But so I bring Timmy, and my sister invites him, and then he gets a +1, and I don't think he's with his current girlfriend, so we bring Kyle, a buddy of ours. We all show up to the wedding, and we get there early as fuck. It's like noon, but before that, we were in the basement and we were drinking. Basement of my house before we go to the wedding, and we're drinking. And I look over at Timmy B, and he's fucked up. Right, he's drunk. And so we get to the wedding, and I remember we're sitting there. There's like a concrete patio outside of the venue, and we're sitting there and we're talking. We're in a circle. It's me, my girlfriend, obviously Timmy, and my uncle, my estranged uncle, who I never talked to. He's bald, by the way. I don't know why that's important, but it is. He's bald. And we're talking, everyone's saying something. He's talking to Timmy, and Timmy B just lets out a fuck burp that goes wrong, and he vomits all on the concrete patio, covering the feet or whatever. And my uncle just one of the venue staffs comes over and he hoses it down or whatever. And that's at like 2 p.m. I mean, it's early in the day.
Your
But
uncle
anyways,
didn't snitch. Your uncle didn't snitch though.
didn't tell a fucking soul. You know, a
Yeah, it was
strange.
just,
Listen, he held it down. He held it
he
down.
held it. He held it down. Shouts out.
Unlike Timmy.
Unlike
Yeah.
me on this day, inopportune time and all that.
Yeah, few hours later, we're the processions happen, and I haven't seen Timmy in a while, and the guy Kyle who I was talking about brought him. He's a terrible influence, by the way. He's egging Timmy on to fucking drink
Oh, awful
nonstop.
influence.
Awful influence. I mean, he's
Awful
50% to
influence.
blame here. And then so we're at dinner, and I have to give a speech. I'm so fucking nervous. It's all I'm thinking about. Give the speech. It does pretty well. Whatever. I sit back down.
I mean,
Look over
not
at
that
Timmy
well.
B. Timmy B. Shut the fuck up. Look over at Timmy, and he's rocking in his chair. Right. They serve dinner, and Timmy vomits all over his plate at the end of dinner, and they bring the plate out. Whatever.
I am
Go ahead.
pretty sure I didn't vomit on the plate. I'm pretty sure I spit out a big piece of chicken fat, but you were obviously more sober than I.
Well, listen, we'll roll with the chicken fat, but what can you say about 5 minutes later when you fell back onto the floor in your chair? I mean, was that chicken fat that made you slip? I don't think so.
That was, that was that chicken fat's a hell of a drug, man.
I guess this was that. And those are the three big moments from the night. I mean, some other stuff was, you just being drunk, but nah, I think that was it. That was the wedding story.
I thought the better part of the night was when we were on the bus home and Kyle pissed on the floor of the bus.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too.
Guy catching a stray.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't think it's
pissing in
a
a butt.
stray.
Yeah.
It's relevant to the story. I mean, we're on the bus ride back to where everyone's staying, and our buddy Kai had brought an empty beer bottle because he's got a bladder the size of a squirrel's, and so he starts pissing on it on the bus, and it very quickly overflows, and so he just drops the bottle and starts pissing all over the floor of the bus.
That's so foul.
It was a
also
little foul.
There's also a bridesmaid there who's in the front of the bus with her boyfriend, by the way.
Yeah.
And she kept asking about going to Chick-fil-A. Stop at Chick-fil-A or stop at Wendy's. I forget, it's one of the fast food chains. And Kyle's like, he'll do it if you take your top off. And everyone looked at him like, what are you talking about?
Everyone's just like, this bus is not going to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is closed.
It's closed right now.
It's been closed for hours. But yeah, it was that's one of my most shameful moments.
Listen, no one there cared at all and thought you were fucking life of the party. They thought it was funny. So
you're the man.
I know. And then yeah, I remember Matt's mother being a little upset with me.
Oh, yeah, she was mad. She actually, I take it back. She was the only one who was mad.
She was a little upset with me, but your sister luckily found it funny.
Oh yeah, she's kind of funny.
At my sister's wedding, I didn't do anything nearly as bad, but my sister and her husband decided they didn't want to make a big deal out of all the dancing moments in the wedding. And so for the first dance, father-daughter dance, whatever, they decided not to announce it. While everyone was eating dinner, they sort of decided they would just quietly get up, dim the stage lights, and then that was when they were going to do it, when everyone was still eating, so that they could have their moment, but without having a large crowd watching them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I had finished eating a little early, I'd gotten up and went to the bar.
Like a moth to a flame.
like a moth to a flame. And so I'm coming back and I see it's just my sister and my dad on the dance floor. And I'm like, oh fuck, nobody's on D floor right now. We got to get the energy up. And so there's this really funny moment in the video, in their wedding video, where videographer's recording the first dance or the father-daughter dance, and then you just see me come grittying across the dance floor. And then like get up and they grab me and just yank me out of frame. So it was like it was just like wicked funny moment in the video where for just like 10 seconds there, it's like my sister and my dad, me grittying in, and then immediately getting pulled off screen.
Flying out of frame.
Just flying out of frame, yeah. Oh yeah,
right.
but
Let's go to the next one.
oh, dark rum. That's that's how you know
It's
that's
an
an
S
S
tier.
tier
That's an
beverage.
S tier. Yeah.
That's an S tier beverage. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the executive decision to put all rums S tier because I feel like the stories between the dark rum and everything we just said are not gonna be too terribly different. Maddie, what's next for us?
I believe that's a picture of mushrooms, Timmy.
What kind of mushrooms? Shiitake? I mean,
Best drug.
No,
around.
no, they're gonna fuck you up. They're psilocybin mushrooms, and I believe I had a buddy one time tell me that these cannot make you have a bad trip.
no, I don't think they can, but
They can, yeah. Surprisingly, though, I had a bad trip. So I
Mhm.
had taken shrooms one time with Timmy, and had a fucking magical. I mean, it was amazing. We had the time of our lives. I remember it
It
just
was
being the best
phenomenal.
experience, and I was like, nothing. I mean, this is tremendous. This
I
is
drew a
sophomore year of
picture.
college,
It looked like shit. Yeah.
perfect. But at the time, it was.
At the time, it felt magical. Felt like Picasso. But anyway,
And it,
keep
so the
going on with
next
your
time we
shroom
take
story.
shrooms, Timmy had taken them, and I remember being such a having so much fun taking it with somebody else, especially Timmy, because he is my best bud, and so he had taken a lot, so I wanted to get on the same level, and so I was like, man, I don't know if I'm really feeling this, but I'll do it anyway, and so I
How
take
much did you take?
3.5
2.5 grams.
eighths. Or
It was an
no,
eighth.
3.5 grams. It was an eighth
It's a
of
hero
liquid
dose for sure.
Yeah, here it is.
liquid
I felt like a
psilocybin.
hero.
Yeah.
I felt like a hero going into it, Diesel. And then I don't remember fucking anything else, but I've seen videos and I've heard stories and people have told me about it. But basically what had happened was initially I was like, man, I don't want to fucking do this. And I would like rub my legs, stand up and start pacing, start fucking tweaking out. And I'm like, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to be doing this right now.
Well, it
And then I go
started
into the
on the
bathroom.
come up because you know how the
Yeah,
come
go ahead.
up is always super anxiety inducing.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
trying you were trying to like pull trig because you were like, oh dude, I'm not in the mood to trip right now. Like this sounds fucking awful. And that was the bad start.
Yeah, I remember like snips from it. I remember like little moments, but I remember being in the bathroom trying to throw up, and I remember getting into my room, and I remember I was underneath my bed. I was in my closet at some point. I remember being on my bed. I remember you coming in and going, "Listen, Maddie, you're fucking freaking us out right now." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Like I shouldn't be this." And then your phone rang, and it was your mom who had called you. And I was like, "Holy shit!" He called the cops. I'm going to jail tonight. I fucking started
No,
freaking out.
that was the end.
Oh, that was the end. Okay. See, I don't
That was
remember
the
shit.
that was the end. So the way it started
You go ahead. You
was
remember better than I do.
so the way it started was there were a bunch of us. There's probably like 10 of us there who had taken the mushrooms, and then like 2 or 3 other guys who were just like sober chilling, like having a couple beers or whatever. Um and then like after we did it and after you had your moment on the come up,
Yeah.
uh you went and locked yourself in the bathroom. And
Mhm.
we thought you were just going to the bathroom, and we all kind of forgot about you, obviously,
Oh,
for a little
thanks.
bit. I mean, we just thought you were going to the bathroom, so we were just watching music videos on the TV. And then you came out and you just go, "Who called the cops?"
Code.
And so the running theory was that you locked in there and you just stared at yourself in the mirror for an hour and like tweaked yourself out and then got all scared, and then you came out and were like, who called the cops? Who called the cops? Someone called the cops. And it was like it started as like a little bit of panic, like you were like someone called the cops, and then it turned into like fear, like terror, like you started barricading furniture in front of the door, and then it turned into anger. And then it turned into yelling, and it was like, "Who called the cops? I know one of you guys called the cops." And so like you're screaming at all of us. Um, made us
You
all
guys called
throw
the
our
cops, right?
yeah, we all called the cops. And so,
Yeah.
and so you had us all throw our phones to you at the front of the room. And then so like while you're collecting our phones, like I'd sort of pieced it together where I was like, oh fuck, he had just locked himself in the bathroom for an hour. Like I wonder if Maddie called the cops and he thinks that it was one of us who called the cops. So I was like, I need to get my hands on Maddie's phone and make sure he didn't do anything drastic. And I did, and then you had not called the cops, which is good. Um, and then like we were like Kyle was talking about Kyle was trying to be like the chaotic voice of reason. He was
By the
like,
way, he was our trip sitter. He was the only one sober.
"No, Jack, our friend Jack was there too."
Okay, well, I don't
Um,
remember him, but I remember him saying he's gonna be his trip sitter. I remember at one point going, "Can you just sit in my room while I try to fall asleep?" He goes, "No, that's fucking gay."
go, and
Go.
then he was sort of like trying to be the voice of reason, but he was like, someone needs to go just knock him out. Like, go punch him in the face so he shuts up or something. And then he was like, maybe we should like slip him a Xanax or a sleeping pill or something. And then I was like, we're not doing that. And that was when I was like in your room and I was like, hey man, like you just need to go to sleep or whatever. Took me a good like hour to get you to go to bed, but yeah. Kyle was right though. It was definitely a little gay, like sitting in there just talking to you.
You loved it though.
Kyle was
I've
right.
got
We
a
should have
good.
just punched you in the face and
You should have just knocked me the fuck out. I remember
Just
walking up
knocked
to
you the-
Kyle at some point during the night. I don't know when. And going, "Hey man, I think I fucking pissed myself. Did I piss myself?"
Yeah, I remember. Oh, I do remember that too. I forgot about that. It's so
Yeah,
funny. It was like the dichotomy between the first time we did it and the second time was so
night
funny.
and
Because
day.
like the first time we had the best time. Like
Yeah.
we were just looking down the hallway and we were like, this is amazing. Um,
And all the gay kissing we did was awesome too. I
the gay
remember that
kissing was
being.
amazing too.
It's definitely my favorite drug. I actually have some right here. I'm going camping this weekend, and normally I microdose, and so I'm very in control. But I've got a wild secondhand story that I think y'all have heard. There was a college friend of mine who was slated to and did enter the armed forces after graduation, and we had done a group shroom order as a fraternity and gone and tripped in a park, and it was great. But he had been unavailable for that, as had I. So he decided to take a hero dose by himself in the city in which I went to college, and well, it didn't go so well. Apparently, it's a common phenomenon when you're tripping to feel like you're hot.
Hmm.
So in a public park, he stripped down to his boxers and apparently was. This is all
Dude.
open source information, by the way, but I'm not going to dox my friend. But he started like accosting like a young child.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Oh.
So
He was
he was.
he was dead sober, going to the courts like I got to make something.
Yeah, I remember I wrote him a character reference for court, which I'll circle back to. But
What a
he
character reference
was.
for a child molester.
I don't think he touched the child, but he was driven off by some attentive parents. Kudos to them. So he entered into an idling vehicle in his boxers, mind you, and instructed the driver of said vehicle to turn on the AC. The driver of said vehicle said, "Get the fuck out of my car." And so the individual poked her in the forehead, ran out of the vehicle.
just a
We're in a
little forehead poke to show her what's up.
Yeah, some of the news articles said he punched her, but we all believe him. It was a poke.
Okay.
And
Popped her on the
so,
chin.
so he then runs into a nearby hotel, still feeling like he's hot. And so
Where are
he
his
breaks.
clothes? Is he like holding them or did he just ditch them?
I presume they have been ditched.
Okay, yeah.
So he's in his boxers, running into a hotel. It's like mid-afternoon on like a Friday in said city. And he breaks glass on a fire extinguisher in the lobby of this hotel. The hotel employees say, "Get the fuck out." And here's the kicker. There's an idling GMC Yukon in like the pullout in front of the hotel. gets behind the wheel, drives it 100 yards directly through a guardrail.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
The kicker was felony theft over $10,000, among other
Right.
charges. All
Jeez.
charges were dropped.
Legend.
Obviously due to my phenomenal character reference. And
Yeah, of course.
said named individual is proudly serving our country right now. So
Wow, yeah, get him a gun. Get that man an AR-15.
get that man a gun.
You know, those are
So-
the like things that I can never understand because like I remember the last time Diesel, me and you took the mushrooms, like we just wandered around New York City, like sat at bars,
Oh, I remember.
drank. I know.
Oh
you
no, I remember.
I know.
I
I
had
think
a
it's got to
different
be
experience.
correlated to dosage because I've never had anything remotely resembling a bad trip, but I've also never taken more than about 1.5 grams. So your mileage.
I got really drunk, but you know that was later in the day. That was after the mushrooms. That was after the mushrooms were done already. So
Yeah.
You know. At the end of the night, I was a problem. I will say that, but that was because I'd been drinking all day. But yeah, mushrooms S tier for sure. Maddie, do you disagree?
No, I'll leave it at S. Listen, that was on me. I was a pussy. I should have manned up and just had a good trip.
Take like 0.5 gram with me, Maddie, sometime. We'll have fun.
Never. Never.
Yeah. All right. Tequila Mockingbird.
I got nothing for tequila.
I'd
say it's probably an A tier.
I'm going A tier. You know,
it's
great.
Allegedly, it's not a depressant, right? It's supposed to increase energy, so I always like to take it as like a pregame. But
what, tequila?
Yeah, isn't it like not a depressant in like your classic style of alcohol? Isn't it like a stimulant somehow?
Oh, is it? I don't know. Do you want me to look it up?
Jamie, get on it.
Jamie.
Jamie's just
Tequila
Tim. He's our slave.
Yes. Tequila is a depressant. I don't know. I feel like tequila is just like one of the best things to shoot.
Yeah.
Tequila is just so like, I don't want to say it's like neutral, but like it has enough flavor that it's good to shoot. I don't really like mixing tequila. Like I don't think I would sip on tequila all day. Like she who should not be named loves just sipping on tequila. But
it's a whole experience. You get the salt and the lime. It's like it's fun almost because of the associated experience.
Yeah. But when we were in, because I just got back from abroad, and when we were in Tenerife, that was what I was drinking when I threw up on myself at dinner. We had sat down. It was like our last night there. I'd done so good all trip. I was
so proud of you.
Really, really keeping it together. And then it's the last night.
I've noticed.
And I wasn't even drunk when we got to dinner. You know, maybe a little buzz, but I wasn't drunk. And I had ordered a margarita and a shot of like Blanco tequila, and the shot just did not go down right, and I just puked all over myself. And so I'm in the bathroom, and I just had to take like a whore's bath in the sink. I smelled I smelled fucking disgusting. So I was like trying to clean myself up, and one of the other kids who was with us comes into the bathroom. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I'm cleaning myself. I have like soap on my shirt, like I'm splashing water all over myself, like I'm in a goddamn bird bath.
Dude, Timmy, the puking at the dinner table story reminds me when I was studying abroad, we did like a group trip with our whole program to Auschwitz to like, learn about the Holocaust and everything.
Oh God, where is this going?
This is going.
I'm scared. Where is this going?
This is going. One of the guys in my program who I was buddies with had his 21st birthday the night we were staying like outside of Auschwitz.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got so drunk that he was like scooping his pasta into his face. And I had to walk him to the bathroom, and we had to I pulled his trig that night actually later in the hotel room.
Pasta in Germany?
Poland. Actually, Auschwitz is in Poland,
nice.
but
yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of duck out.
Me and this girl were like helping him vomit and pull trig, and he like he tried to kiss the poor girl I was also friends with. But fast forward to the next day, post 21st birthday Auschwitz party. We were touring the grounds at Auschwitz, violently hungover. And this
Auschwitz, but hold on. Auschwitz 21st birthday is absolutely diabolical.
I cannot make
What
this
do
up.
what do you want to do for your birthday? I want to go to Auschwitz.
It was like a mandated program trip. Like we had no choice. We had to be there. And it was his 21st
okay.
birthday.
All right. Sorry, my bad.
So when we celebrated it like it was 21st birthday, and he was a massive problem all night. That's the first and only time I've ever pulled somebody else's trig. Because he's like, I can't do it. And I was like, all right, fine, dude. You need to get this up. Also, I guess
you unbutton your pants, you pull out your cock, and you did what you had to do.
But we were like in one of like the gas chambers at Auschwitz the next day, and this kid was so hungover he just like puked on the floor of the gas chamber.
Ah, not on the floor of Auschwitz gas chamber. That's probably the worst place to puke.
I said I puked in opportune times.
Is there a worse place to puke than the Auschwitz gas chamber? I mean, seriously, think about it. Is there a worse place on planet Earth to puke than the Auschwitz gas chamber? I don't think so.
I watched
the attic of the Anne Frank house.
Anne Frank house is just it's just a house, dude. She's not there anymore.
You know, I read this conspiracy theory a while ago. Do you think Anne Frank was actually blind and deaf?
Helen Keller was blind and deaf.
I'm sorry, that was just a joke.
Anne Frank's Anne Frank's the attic girl.
Yeah, Anne Frank's the attic girl. But I saw a thing once on Reddit. It was like in the no stupid questions or whatever, and it was like, how was Anne Frank actually blind and deaf? And everyone was like, yo, I know this is the no stupid questions Reddit, but fuck
come on, bro.
Like, come on, dude. Just do a little bit better, bro.
If she wasn't blind and deaf, she wouldn't have gotten caught.
Diesel, speaking of when you said you put your finger down someone's throat to make them throw up. Speaking of other gay shit you've done, do you remember when my entire fraternity believed I was a homosexual because of the night that you and I had drinking?
Okay. I feel like if we're gonna go into this, I feel like I'm probably best positioned to tell this, but I gotta be concise. Maddie and I,
it's in your best interest for sure.
As good friends do, we shared a fleeting moment at a house party of a friend of mine in DC.
Doesn't sound like me.
Through a wild connection of mutual friends, the host's friend from high school was seeing some member of y'all's fraternity at your college. Just the wildest connection. Within the span of 24 hours.
Like, actually good friends with too, which is really funny too.
Yeah, and I was friends with the girl on the other side, but the chain of custody of this information is crazy. But within 24 hours, us sharing this fleeting moment at this house party, Maddie's entire fraternity had been informed that he was in fact gay.
Well, you mind if I jump in here for a second?
I think it's
couple of guys thought I was a homosexual. Keep in mind, I've dated girls through college. I have a girlfriend now. They've all met him. And beard, get cover, complete cover. But this guy goes to Timmy. You know, you're Timmy, the host of this podcast.
It was a couple guys. It was
a couple guys.
I've
known Timmy since I was in 6th grade. He's been my best bud for the longest time. They go to him. They go to my best friend. They go, hey, listen, quick question for you. I heard this fucking rumor about your boy. Is he gay or not? And you know what my best friend says? The guy who's supposed to have your back,
deny this.
This is what he says. He goes, What do you want me to say?
I didn't say that. I said no. I said no. Well, what do you want? I said no. What do you want me to say?
I've just heard you said, what do you want me to say? What I want you to say is, no, he's fucking straight. All right? He might have had a night of romance with a 6'2" Marine, but does that make him gay? That doesn't make anybody gay. That means the guy had a blip on his radar. All right? No one's had a moment?
You know, well, I mean, me and you have never had that moment, so maybe it was just a little bit of jealousy creeping in there. I mean, me and Timmy D had that moment.
Yeah, and so I just
when we were at Ward Street.
Am I gay, boys?
I can't answer
You're the
that.
common
Only you can
denominator.
answer.
All right, next up. What's the next alcohol?
This was tequila. Where are we putting tequila? Somehow we
Yeah, I like gay, I like
diverged hard off of you.
I like
Tequila,
gay.
little
A
gay,
tier?
but yeah, I'm going A tier. I think
Yeah, let's
tequila's
go
A
A tier.
tier. I think tequila. Oh wait, no, we already did tequila. This is gold tequila. That's
Yeah, also A tier.
we already
Yeah,
yeah.
A tier.
I'll
Let's
just
skip that
pick it
one.
also A tier. It's all tequila, really. Come on, get off. All right. Next one, Irish whiskey.
I got a quick story. Well, it's not quick, but it's semi-quick. Anyway, so the night I got inducted into the fraternity that Timmy had already been in, we go out and we celebrate Kyle, who's already been named, and our buddy Frank, right? And so
Oh
we're out
yeah.
drinking, and we get so fucked up, and we had an extra bottle of Irish whiskey that none of us were drinking. We handed it to him.
No, wait. I need to interject because this is false. The day you're talking about was when we early morning trapped. We all got up at like 7 in the morning because his girlfriend lived right above us.
Yeah.
Is this the story you're
Yeah,
still-
yeah. Yeah.
Was this
we're
all
spot on.
relevant? Did I just cut you off?
No.
Was this
Timmy,
relevant or
no.
was I huh?
It's relevant. Yeah, it's relevant. Yeah. It was early
Okay.
in the morning. We were drinking. I had gotten inducted, I guess, the night before. You're right. And so it was the three of us drinking outside. Everybody, we had a bunch of people over there, and then everyone went to sleep, and it was me, Kyle, and Frank. And we're getting fucked up. We're drinking. His girlfriend lived upstairs, and he starts drinking this Irish whiskey that we gave him. And he said that day, I've never gotten blackout drunk before. And so that day he got blackout drunk, and so he goes upstairs to his girlfriend's apartment. And
After drinking like a full handle of Irish,
he got
of
unbelievably drunk.
aristocrat Irish whiskey, which is the
Yeah.
fucking most disgusting
Foulest.
whiskey you can buy.
Yeah. And so he goes upstairs and he falls asleep next to his girlfriend. And he wakes up and he gets up and he has to piss really bad because he's had a whole handle of fucking alcohol. And he gets on all fours like a dog, takes off his pants, and he pisses all over her as she sleeps in the bed. She's covered in piss. It's all over her blankets and shit. It's all in her comforter. It's disgusting. And so she starts fucking screaming at him. She's like, "Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!" And she puts him on the couch. And so while he's on the couch, she starts going through his phone because he had left the phone in that room. Finds out he had fucked a stripper 1 week prior when he was home on break. So she finds out that he cheated on her. Maybe they were on a break. I don't remember. But he fucked a stripper and he pissed all over her. Pisses all over her comforters. He leaves. He was in the anyway. He goes back to wherever he was staying. Comes back to her place like 6 hours later. Has no recollection. Goes, "Hey, where the fuck's my? What are you doing? Why are you mad at me? This is his girlfriend. Of a long time." And she goes, "If you don't leave, I'm gonna call the fucking cops." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And she calls the police on him. The police come. He leaves. Whatever. But yeah, pissed all over her as she slept in bed is diabolical.
At least he's got his dead friend's ex-girlfriend to comfort him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's currently dating his dead friend who died in a motorcycle accident. I guess second girlfriend because he was cheating on her with primary girlfriend.
Yeah, so that was clarified to me recently. It wasn't his. You can't date your dead friend's main piece, but you can date your dead friend's side piece.
Yeah, and he's all up in her right now. I mean, they're thick as thieves.
The whole situation is just so odd. I don't know what to say. But
yeah, he's a funny
good
guy.
for Frank.
You gotta get him on the podcast. He'd be hilarious.
I think Frank would be hilarious to get on the podcast. I have so many people who I want to get on, but it's hard to coordinate schedules. Yeah, so I'm putting Irish whiskey B tier. It's good.
Love it.
You'll get fucked up. You might piss on your girlfriend.
You're gonna piss on your girlfriend.
You don't know. Irish cream. I'm going D. It's good in coffee. Sucks otherwise.
Yeah. Put it in coffee before a morning on the slopes. I like it.
Yeah, it's fine. Jaeger. I'm gonna go C. Do we agree? I feel like we're flying through these, but I have nothing. I got nothing good for Jaeger. It also just kind of sucks. Kahlua,
Yeah.
S tier, S tier, and here's why. You know how you make a White Russian?
You gotta blow a
Kahlua.
Russian guy or something?
No, White Russian.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, there's a Big Lebowski reference. I know you've seen the movie. I made you watch it. Every
remember that.
single episode has a Big Lebowski reference in it. This
I
is
don't
this
remember
one.
that terrible film.
You shut there. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I'm upset,
Thank you.
but I'll let it go. Kahlua, S
I'll
tier.
appreciate that.
This aggression will not stand, man. Yeah, whatever, dude. Let's go bowling. All right. Anyway,
Is that crack?
next one we have crack cocaine.
How is
Thoughts?
it any different besides method of ingestion? How is it any different from normal blow?
Isn't it like more intense?
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Oh, you know,
scary.
how do you know
That
that?
is scary.
Well, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, and the government under Ronald Reagan, they produced this crack and they flooded the streets of LA with it, disenfranchise low-income black people.
Well,
And
not
the
just
difference
LA.
between crack and cocaine is, I guess, from a chemistry perspective, nothing. However, it is a little bit more intense to start, and the difference in penalty under criminal law was night and day. I think it's years versus cocaine is a possession charge as a misdemeanor.
Well, did you guys listen to the episode I did with BMH and Mikey, the little corn on the tip one?
I listened to that one, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have no evidence to prove it, but I'm pretty sure BMH was White Boy Rick. Hello, editor here. I don't actually think BMH was White Boy Rick. He's just a white dude from Detroit. I don't think he has any professional relationship to White Boy Rick, but I just think it's a funny comparison. Tell BMH that he's White Boy Rick, so don't take this too literally.
Yeah.
Who's White Boy Rick?
You know who White Boy Rick is? All right. There's a really good movie you need to watch based on a true story. It's about this guy. Are you still watching the screen share?
Yeah.
This guy, Richard Wershey Jr., when he was 16, he got a life sentence for being like a kingpin. And he was selling crack on behalf of the CIA, and then he became an FBI informant. And then when shit hit the fan, they abandoned him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a super sad movie. His
Yeah,
dad
I'll go
is
read that tonight.
yeah, his dad was his in the movie. His dad was played by Matthew McConaughey, and his dad was like an arms dealer.
It's BMH
Fucking
right there.
dope.
I see him.
That's
Sounds like him on a pod.
Okay, it could be.
That's like Mikey if he never took any drugs.
It could be. There you go. White Boy Rick. Fucking dope movie. You should watch it. Super fucking sad. So
Let's go F
I
tier.
want
You know, it kills black people. This guy's super sad. Or we can go S tier. I mean, you throw away your life for it. We've never tried it.
F
I mean,
tier,
try
F
it.
tier, F tier.
I mean,
Okay.
Ronald Reagan. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go F tier on crack. I feel like we should. Crack is whack. Lager. I'm pretty sure Coors Light is a lager.
All right, well, I got a quick beer story. Not sure if it's quick, but anyway, me and Timmy, we were down in North Carolina at Wake Forest visiting our mutual friend Scotty, and he invited us down. It's the first time I had met him, and he was in a fraternity, and their fraternity had a rivalry with a neighboring fraternity, and it was all set up that they're very close. And
Like
Timmy and I
across
had
the
this
street close.
this thing we like to do where we got a little fucked up. We like to piss on people's doors. Not sure how that came to be. I think it was
I
from
don't
our
know.
fraternity across the street. But anyway, we're super fucked up, and we heard about this rivalry, and we go across the street in an unknown town, and we piss on their door. We also pulled trig, and I think I tried to shit at some point. I'm not confident in that. However,
Perhaps.
there were cameras involved the entire way. There was cameras looking at everything that we did. And so we leave that place. Timmy, who's a genius, smarter than me.
I had sort of assumed there were cameras, so I run around the back, and I go back into our buddy's frat through the back door. Maddie, how did you go? How did you get back in?
I beeline straight to our buddy's room. head straight
to the front door.
Fastest path available. And so we leave, whatever, don't hear anything about it. Our buddy gets called in by the police, campus police. And they basically show him the video of us giggling, laughing, drunk as fucking idiots, pissing all over this door, flicking off the fucking door.
While you were doing it too, the kid came out. Like, you had to cut your piss off and run.
I remember that as well. Yeah, that's a detail I forgot. But yeah, that's what happened. And then they show us running directly to the dorm. But our buddy had to sit there straight faced and not laugh at all, which he says is the worst part about the story. And yeah, we never got the video. I wish we would have gotten that video sent to us. That would have been terrific.
Apparently they got it, and they, as an entire frat, watched it. And Scotty said the reactions were half kids being like, these fucking idiots almost got us in so much trouble. Like, what the fuck were they doing? And the other half is like, hell yeah, fuck those kids. But the other part of that was that the school had barred us. I think they figured out who we were, and Wake Forest had barred us from coming back. And then the cops were considering putting out like drunken disorderly warrants, or like public indecency, or like public intoxication, or like.
How'd they find out who you were?
Body snitch.
I think his frat like voted on it, and they basically decided to turn us in because they were like, we don't want to get in trouble for what these fucking idiots did.
But nothing came of it. We never got in any trouble. So
no, they ended up we had to pay like maybe like a $50 fine, and we were banned from Wake Forest.
Yeah.
But
I know we were banned.
They were like, you can never return. I don't know how they would enforce that, but they were like, you can never come back to Wake Forest, and we never got the warrants, luckily, because that would have been fucking bad.
All right. Well, while we're on the topic of beer, what was the beer we're talking about?
We're talking about lager.
Timmy, there's been a couple Timmy villain stories. I'm gonna tell a Timmy hero story.
Oh,
let's go.
So this was at my family's lake house up in Maine, and we had done a hike in the morning, and we took my boat. We're sophomores in college. We're still underage.
When you say Timmy villain, are you talking about me or you?
You.
Oh. I guess. All right, never mind. Sorry, go on.
We've had some Timmy villain stories. It's about time for a Timmy hero story. And
okay. Yeah, okay.
We took my boat probably a quarter mile out from the dock, and we cut it dead in the water. Post hike, all underage. We're dead in the water. We're pounding beer, slamming beer. I've been on this lake my entire life. Never once have I ever so much as seen law enforcement on this lake. And this was an opportune time for me to piss off the back of the boat. I don't think it really mattered, but I see some green pants on a boat heading straight for us from like a half mile away.
They saw that little dick. They started hawking.
They would have needed a telescope, my brother. And
the funny thing too is that as Timmy D's going, yo, that's law enforcement, everyone else on the boat is going, no, it's not. You're tweaking. Like that's literally nothing. Whatever.
I didn't know that part of it, but I knew what I saw. I know Maine game wardens who have the same legal powers as police officers, mind you. And I said, all right, stow the beer. So we take like the 330 racks we have on board, and we hide everything. So they pull up, and there's not a drink in sight. And I'm talking to them. They're like, hey, what are you guys doing tonight? And I'm the boat owner. So I'm speaking, and one of the officers goes, hey, I can tell you've been drinking. Where's the beer? And I don't know if you guys know anything about boating, but you don't have a Fourth Amendment right on a boat. It's kind of fucked up. So I'm like, all right, only option now is full compliance. So show them all the beer, yada, yada, yada. They're like, all right, who's sober enough to drive the boat home? And I'm the one they've identified as being drunk. So clearly, unspoken, it's not me. So I gaze around the boat. There's like 7 of us. And I say, Kyle can drive the boat home. Kyle goes, no, I've had 3 beers. Timmy here, who is definitely the most drunk of all of us, goes with a big smile on his face, goes, I can drive the boat home. And the officer goes, all right, son, come here. And he puts him through a field sobriety test on the boat. Like he's walking up and down the boat. He's doing the, horizontal gaze litmus test.
I've had
Been
like
through one
10
of those.
beers at this point.
Yeah, he's like 10 deep. And after this like 5-minute field sobriety test, the officer looks at his compatriots and goes, yeah, I'm confident this man can drive the boat home. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You guys need to redo your field sobriety test, man, because this man is, all right, whatever. We're going to roll with it. And the officer turns to Timmy and he goes, son, you ever driven a boat before? And Timmy, with a big grin on his face, just goes, no, but I'm eager to learn. That's the best part.
I was so eager to learn.
And the officers at this point are pissed, and they're like, all right, we'll drive the boat home. Long story short, the boat was dead. So they towed us back. And they're like, all right, go get all the beer in the house. And we do. We bring the beer in the house out, and we turn it over to them, like half the beer in the house. And they're like, yeah, this weekend was Operation Dry Water, a statewide initiative to get drunk boaters off the water. And we're like, damn, we chose the wrong weekend. And as they let us off, so luckily. And as they're driving away, our other buddy Declan goes, bro, they're on the water. We need to drive to the liquor store now to buy more beer. They are
like, why? We're all like, why do we need to go right now? And Declan goes, because they're not at the liquor store. They're on the water.
So we can like still see them driving away in their boat, and we pile into the car and drive straight to the liquor store.
Beeline for the liquor store. Yeah.
Hero.
I think the real hero of that story. I still don't think I was a hero in that story. I think still semi-villain because I couldn't actually drive the boat. I think the real hero of that story
you could.
was, I probably could have, but I'd never actually driven a boat at that point. But real hero of that story was Timmy D. Because I think you sweet talked that other military man into letting us off. Because they had boarded us. So they had like 2 guys on our boat, and then they made like 3 of us go on their boat. And you were one of the guys who's on their boat. And I think you said you were chatting with that other dude who's also in the military.
Yeah, there was a former service member on their boat who also happened to be a former college quarterback, not to dox Declan too much, but we were basically kind of talking his ear off about how much this would screw us over. And I think that may have helped us out.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like those guys get it too. Like, I mean, everyone was in high school having a couple beers. Like, nobody was like egregiously drunk. I think they probably didn't really care. I remember
if we had been doing donuts, I think maybe that would have ended up differently. But yeah, we were dead in the water, just sipping on some brews. Like,
I think also, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Shit, I had something to say, but whatever. Shouts out Operation Dry Water though. That was a time. But yeah, all right. Lager S tier. I mean, can't be nothing really beats a good beer,
Yep.
Just too versatile. Out at the bar, drinking at home, doing crazy shit. Apparently. All right, limoncello. Maddie, did you have something for limoncello?
I just got a quick something. I remember being a high schooler, and I was meeting my girlfriend's extended family. She had this fucking uncle with a fucking long rat tail, this freak from Philly, and he was super big into drinking limoncello, and he brought it everywhere. I remember at her parents' house and drinking limoncello, and I'm sitting across from like a 16-year-old kid, and he goes, hey, what do you think about the girl's legs? I'm like, what a weird fucking question for the uncle to ask, right? It's like,
Which
What the hell?
which girl are we talking about? Your girlfriend?
My high school girlfriend. And
That's
so, yeah, I'm 16 at the time. I'm like, what the fuck? And so
and this
I
is
go,
his niece he's talking about?
this is his niece he's talking about. What do you think about her legs?
That's
And I go, I don't know. I only stare at her eyes, right? I'm
mhm,
like, that's a weird
Great
question.
line.
Great
great
line.
line.
Yeah. Crush. I've never been more on fire than that moment. And the guy goes, good, because I had my fist cocked to punch you in the face in case you said something other than that. And it was like this
Oh.
little rat tail. Picture Peter Pettigrew from Harry Potter. Looked like him with a rat tail.
Ugh,
And he was drinking
that's how
limoncello as he said it to me.
it's so funny. I always
Yeah.
think it's so funny when adults like try and act tough on like high school kids. I used to work at this restaurant and like me and one of my high school friends were bus boys and pre-service a few of the waiters would always come into the staff room or whatever when we were all like getting ready like folding napkins shit like that. And they would always be like, I could kick the shit out of you, right, you little fucking pussy. I'm like,
What the
I
hell?
hope you fucking could, bro. I'm 15. What are you saying right now? Like, it would
By the
honestly
way,
be sad if you couldn't.
Timmy, you at 15 are like most adults. You're a bundle of muscle. Just a
Oh yeah.
bundle of muscle.
Yeah, I
Built
was
like a fucking bowling ball since
I
day
was
one.
a bit of a big boy, but
Starting running back.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
right. I've been
I was
lifting
rooming.
for 7 years straight. Timmy could walk into the fucking the gym and outlift me tomorrow.
I don't think I've been to the gym in a while, but I somehow
Okay.
don't doubt it. I could, throw up. I feel like even though I haven't been to the gym in a while, I could still throw up like a 265, 275 bench, and probably like a 375 squat.
Happy to test that next time I come through, King.
Really? All right.
Diesel, I've
What's
tested
up?
it. You're gonna be disappointed.
You're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna like what
Not gonna
happens.
be happy.
What's next?
What's next? We got moonshine. I think this should be a resounding S tier.
I got a
Yep.
quickie, but
right.
celebrated my 21st birthday studying Swahili in East Africa, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but my homestay brother was like, it's his birthday. My host mother walks off into like that African tribe we were staying in and comes back with 2 water bottles of moonshine. So
That's so
me,
sick.
me and my hostay brother celebrated my 21st just sipping on water bottles of African moonshine, looking at the stars. It was pretty cool.
Pretty dope.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
my quick moonshine tale is that I've got an uncle who's a moonshiner. He's from Radford, Virginia, which is right next to where I went to college actually. And every year he brings up his homemade moonshine, his apple pie moonshine for Christmas, and it is fucking delicious. Goes down like
Really?
water. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, there's some hillbilly fucks. I mean, good family to have, but they're just like they're just moonshining
Is
it
that
out.
your dad or your mom's family?
Dad.
You gotta watch out because they'll fuck their cousin, my man. So if that's your mom's side of the family, you gotta be scared.
My mom's side of the family has enough problems. All right. Pilsner. A little Miller Lite.
That's
That's
Pilsner Urquell. I've been to
that's an
that
S tier.
brewery in the Czech Republic actually, and probably my best Pilsner Urquell story. I'm not sure exactly what I was drinking that night, but there's about 3 beers on tap in the Czech Republic, and obviously Pilsner Urquell is one of them. But long story short, I was dancing on an elevated surface at a bar I
Okay.
wasn't supposed to be, and was unceremoniously shoved off. Me and my friend, we hit the ground pretty hard, and my natural response was to throw a beer bottle at the bouncer that did that. And I'm not the world's best athlete, but I was pretty damn far away at that point, and obviously very intoxicated. And
I
I
just want to
made
say, I think you're pretty damn close to the world's best athlete, though.
thanks for that, Timmy.
Yeah.
But I made the throw of my life from, I don't know, 25 yards. His jaw was probably about 2 inches by 2 inches wide, and I hit it smack across the face.
Dime.
And
Brady
yeah,
DeMoss.
next thing I remember is waking up on the curb with a broken jaw. I actually didn't go to the hospital. I just tried to eat food for 4 days and was like, wow, this is not happening. And went to the hospital and had a broken jaw and became a soup connoisseur for the rest of my study abroad experience.
I remember.
Complemented by occasional baby birding.
But they can't take that throw away from you, man.
They can't take that throw away from you. It was a dot.
It was a fucking dot. That man was definitely hurt.
I don't remember what I was drinking, but we had a frat intramural football game where I was going for a ball in the end zone and I got blown up by some kid. Like he put a forearm right under my jaw, and I swear I didn't break anything, but my jaw was like dislocated. And I remember that was one of the most terrible pains I've ever had. Because it was like everything I had to, like, anytime I would try to chew, you just had to use your front teeth, which is just mid.
Is that worse than your collarbone?
Oh, I forgot about that. I would say yeah. That's
Shit.
worse. Just because it interferes with your like average life so much. Like collarbone, like once it's broken, you also don't have to have your like collarbone set or anything. But once your collarbone's broken, you actually don't need to use it too terribly much. Jaw, it's just such a hindrance. Timmy D, would you agree?
You dislocated yours?
Yeah, I dislocated my jaw.
In my experience of both breaks and dislocations, the latter is far worse. My broken jaw was nothing compared to dislocations I've had. I don't know. It's not to harp on the point, but breaks are like, it's like a lingering pain if you use it. A dislocation is like everything in that joint is out of place and experiencing pain, be it the tendons, the joint. But my jaw break actually, I mean, it was clean through, but I didn't go to the hospital for 5 days till I was like, this is impeding my ability to eat.
Is that dislocation when you're crying like a little baby in Breckenridge?
Yeah.
That was the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. Was that trip, that moment with both of you guys out there doing backflips.
You were laughing because I was in the most excruciating pain of my life.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was mainly laughing at Timmy over here.
I know what you're gonna say.
Hey, at least I tried. At least I tried to get out there.
At least you tried. I was howling like a fucking. I mean, it's the hardest I've ever laughed in my life.
You got to tell the viewers what you were laughing about.
That hill was so fucking hard to get up.
So we're in Breckenridge and we're sitting at a house. It's got this open glass windows out looking on this hill that the guys there had made. And basically, you'd come towards the house, and you do this giant jump, and you have to climb up out there to get to it though. And this, it's a pretty steep fucking hill, and there's a lot of snow. I mean, deep snow. And
we're talking like 5 feet of snow on this thing.
Yeah, really deep. And Timmy's 5'2". So I mean, he's like, underneath. I'm just kidding. And
I'm 5'9", by the way. Just want to clear that up in case anyone actually thinks I'm 5'2".
And so I'm getting fucked up, and I'm in the peanut gallery. Of course, I didn't have the courage to go out there, but that's besides the point. But I'm talking with the fellow peanut gallery over there, and we keep seeing people doing flips. We keep people doing jumps. We're looking over at Timmy, who's trying to get up that hill, and he just keeps sliding back.
I'm just
keeps going up.
I'm just sinking in the snow.
And just sliding backwards. And everyone who goes, they pass him, and he keeps sliding backwards.
And they just keep going, don't worry, man. You'll get up there. I'm like, I'm not getting up there.
I think that's probably some of the best jokes that anyone has ever told was me, T, and Scotty right there in the peanut gallery. I mean, we were crushing it, and we were out laughing.
I just thought it was funny, too, how, I didn't get up. I didn't get to hit the jump. I was a little sad, but I went back inside, and I joined the boys, and we're watching all the boys go. And Diesel had been sending some backflips out there, and he was so close. And then he fucked up the backflip, like dislocated his shoulder. He was in pain, whatever. And one of our other boys took the keys to the truck and went to go take him to the hospital. And the rest of us were just in there, like, cooking dinner for everyone else. And then after they left, it was like the guy who we were friends with who lived there also left. And so afterwards, it was just like the three of us, this group of people who we don't know, like aren't friends with, just eating tacos at their table, and we're just like,
I
like
can
they are
parlay
coming
this
back
part
in.
of the story into the rum conversation. Declan obviously
Oh yeah.
ran out to help me, and all the boys were great. They all carried my stuff back. My shoulder was fucking 4 inches lower than it needed to be, and we're playing Tetris with the cars. Trying to get me to an ER. We tried to reset it and it didn't work, and I just go, Declan, grab the rum, because I was in so much pain. And so and of course, like, the town of Breckenridge was closed because after hours. We had to drive down to Frisco, and Declan's just sitting in the back seat with a handle of rum. And I'm just like self-medicating. They're like, more rum. And
More
I'm like
rum.
grabbing my arm so I can't use my hands. I'm trying to like support my shoulder. And so Declan's just pouring rum on me. So I obviously arrive at the ER just reeking like a handle of rum.
I remember we're driving to the hospital to come visit you, and everyone's pretty quiet. Everyone's like, oh, sucks. Diesel's so hurt. Scotty, I gotta give him credit for this when he goes, so he never landed a backflip, did he? Just
Well,
crushed. I mean, it just crushed.
and then the next year when like this trip we just went on, or not, well, I guess not just went on, but this year we had plans to help Timmy D practice his backflips. And then the little ski jump in Denver was closed. There was like an indoor ski jump we were gonna do, which was sad. I was ready to get Timmy D to land his backflip.
Yeah, I need to practice on a softer surface. All right, what we got next?
Next on the list, we have LSD. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in F tier. I've never done acid, but I've heard some horror stories about acid being laced with PCP. So where we went to school, me and Maddie went to Virginia Tech. Yeah, we went to Virginia Tech. In the neighboring town of Radford, and in Blacksburg, Radford and Blacksburg, right next to each other. But there was a bad batch of acid going around, and so the first incident of that was a chick at Radford who stabbed her roommate to death off this bad batch of LSD. And then one of our buddies, uh, actually, well, a few of our buddies had also taken this batch, and one of them tried to stab himself in the chest. Successfully stabbed himself in the chest.
Tried to. He
Missed
did it, yeah.
missed his heart by a few millimeters. Tried to stab himself again, and then one of our other friends saved his life. So, I've never done acid. We'll never do acid. It sounds fucking terrible, but
How do you know this
yeah.
kid?
The guy who stabbed himself in the chest.
Yeah, no, the other guy. Yes.
Oh yeah. Fair, fair. He was one of a couple of our like frat brothers. Roommates.
DJ and Q's roommate.
Got it.
But like he was always around. I mean, we hung
Yeah.
out with him. He was a chill dude.
His name was Matt too. Something in the name or something.
Something in the name, man.
Bad trips.
I guess.
Bad trips.
Yeah, there was also a different kid in our frat who took a bad batch of acid and got stuck in like a psychedelic loop for a couple years. Like went to immense
Years.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
couple
I remember
years.
that,
He
yeah.
was he was a few years
Ego
older than
death.
us. Yeah, he got stuck in like a loop. Went to
This
a
is
mental institution.
blurb this, but right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to a mental institution for a couple years, and then one day just snapped out of it. Came back.
Yeah.
He was just like not the same. I don't think.
By the way,
Right.
I knew him when he was in the loop. He was the
Mhm.
man. He was the coolest guy ever. So chill. And then
Really?
he wasn't as cool anymore when he snapped out of it.
Take drugs, friends. Take drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids. But adults, like, do what you will, I suppose. That's I don't know. I don't have any other experiences with acid. I don't think. Oh, except for freaking kid I used to ski with every New Year's takes like a sheet of tabs every time he goes skiing. He's like unbelievable skier, like skateboarder. I've probably shown you his Instagram before.
No way he's better than
Um,
Diesel.
No shot.
Well, he's a snowboarder, so
So it can't be better. Perfect.
apples and oranges. But all right, next on the list, vodka.
All right, that's me. So when I was in college, senior year, but I roomed with Timmy, T, and Kyle, all people I've referenced throughout all of college. And there was a pecking order when it came to who could drink the most, right? Number one was obviously Timmy, the host of this podcast. He was the man. He could drink more than anybody. Second up was Kai. He was smaller than us, but he had more commitment to the
He was just
alcoholism.
honing his craft.
Yeah, alcoholism. Is what I mean.
Alcoholism.
His mild alcoholism.
And then fighting for third place was me and T, the guy who I referenced earlier. And we decided to have a drinking competition to see who was in third place and who was in last. And I had a couple pounds on him, so I thought I could take him, right? So we were drinking vodka. We were drinking Burnett's whipped cream vodka.
Gross.
And we were,
Goated
first
vodka.
of all,
Goated
it's
vodka.
delicious. It's delicious. It's terrific. And we were keeping tallies, and we were drinking like crazy. And I think we were at we were north of 20, and
Oh my god.
north of 20. I think I was at 23 and he was at 22. And when he was at 22, he threw up in the bathroom. And I thought that called it quits. I thought we were drinking till threw up, and he disagrees. That that separates the cause. So anyway, I ended up going to sleep after that. 23 shots of vodka, I can't even see. I don't remember any of it. I remember waking up the next morning and I'm so unbelievably hungover. I just need something to eat. I'm starving to death. I haven't eaten in 12 hours. And so I text Kai and I go, hey, listen, can you just give me something to eat? Can you make me something? And he goes, I'm not gay. I'm not going to make you something to eat. And I was like, all right, whatever. I was kind of pissed. I texted T. He does the same thing. He goes, I'm not going to fucking make you something to eat. And I text Timmy. You know what Timmy does? He brings me a hot bowl of ramen fresh off the fucking pot, hands it right to me in bed. Breakfast in bed from Timmy. And that was evident. Another hero of Timmy's story.
Let's go.
Terrific friend. And that's what I remember most about that. Not me winning the drinking competition, which I did. It was Timmy bringing me that bowl of ramen.
My reputation is going back up after all these
Back up.
absolutely villainous Timmy stories.
Villainous.
Yeah, plenty of hero stories too, King. That reminds me of the Declan hero story from 6th grade, which I won't go into, but Declan's
No. Please go into it. It's actually my favorite story that you ever tell. I'll tell people this story and I'll butcher it. Please.
I don't even know if I know this story.
It's the best story
ever.
It's very simple. I'm actually trying to leverage it in some grad school essays. I think it's shows a lot about me as well. But basically, our other mutual friend Nick was picking on this kid in like the sixth grade, like just terribly. Like this kid was like your classic bully, but me, Nick, and Declan were all friends. And I was like, oh, like that. This is hard to watch. I didn't say anything. Declan stood up in front of like the whole 6th grade class and like called him off and like defended Bobby. And I was like, damn, like that's someone that I want to be. And yeah, just Declan hero, consistent theme.
Deck is Flora Road. He was also previously on the podcast. I have a similar story.
That's episode 3, by the way, Flora
Episode 3. I have a similar story. We're at Diesel's Sunday River House, and we're all skiing or whatever, playing a game, and we're all there, and we're playing it's called Secret Hitler. And my girlfriend's trying to get a word off, and Diesel brings this fucking freak named and you can play that. But he was he was being mean to the girls there. And he was talking over them. He told my girlfriend to shut up. I didn't say shit because I'm a bitch. But Declan stands up and he goes, if you say another thing to another girl, we can take this outside and we're going to have a serious fucking problem. Because he had said something to Dec's girl as well. That dude shut the fuck up and said, I'm sorry, apologized to each of the girls, and looked at Declan and said, this guy means business. And the same situation happened, Diesel, where I looked at him and I go, that's the kind of dude I want to be more like. More like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We could do a whole podcast on Declan glazing. What's the next trend?
I do want to glaze Declan. All right. Final one. Timmy D. Or no, who was it? Was that the last one?
What's the next alcohol?
What was the next
That's a
one
lot of
you were gonna
story.
do?
I saw a story we are going to do. The three
That was
stories.
we did vodka. What was the one you were gonna do? Wine.
I got a wine. I feel like this should probably make the cut. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Wine.
Oh wait. Before you do wine, Maddie, where were you ranking vodka after your story?
I got to go D tier. It's disgusting.
Thank you.
Oh, yo, whipped cream Burnett's is so good, bro. Yeah,
Dude, that was good because it tastes like whipped cream. It fucking sucks on its own.
Burnett's is hardly vodka too. It's basically
I know, yeah.
and alcohol.
I feel like I could. Feel like I could drive a Humvee on Burnett's.
We're
doing wine
ranking
now?
Red wine. Yeah, red wine. Or all wine.
So red wine.
Or all
Me
wine.
and Scotty were.
Where are we ranking it first?
Maybe we should do the story and then rank it now.
Yeah, if you want. All right. Well, it's your story. Whatever.
But me and Scotty and our two roommates, when we were abroad, Rob and Miguel, we were on a trip to Italy, and we were taking a day trip to the coast. And fast forward, we're on the train ride back to Florence, and Scotty's got my bag with all of our goodies in it. It's got wallets, passports, phones, you name it. We wake up, we all fall asleep on the train ride, we're tired. We wake up, bag's gone. We quickly realize that there are phones in the bag, which we can track their location, and there are some phones that we have still. So we have the bag's current location. It's been stolen. As good citizens, we go to the police. We were in Pisa, Italy, known for the Leaning Tower, which we never got to see. And the police basically tell us, get bent. And so I immediately go, okay, we're going to get this fucking bag back ourselves. We're going to track this dude. So we're essentially like a commuter rail. And the perpetrator had gotten back on a commuter rail going the opposite way. It's already like 8 p.m. We're like, all right, we're going to follow him. We're going to get him. So we board the commuter rail and we're in pursuit. We're like 2 stops behind him. He gets off in this small town called Massa, Italy. And this is like a hood ass town. And we're like, I got the location. Rob's on point. He's got like a half cinder block he's using to like go around corners with.
ready to whop this dude.
We are fully like clearing the town of Massa, Italy, looking for this bag. And the location, we're on Find My Friends. It's bopping around. It goes back to the train station. We sprint like a half mile back to the train station, and it keeps bopping around. I'm like, all right, me and Rob are going to try to follow the active location. Scott and Miguel are going to patrol the train station. Me and Rob split off. We're running down the street of this, like, kind of popping, kind of not. We're looking in rooms. We're looking in restaurants and everything. All of a sudden, I see a guy probably 100 yards up walk out, black bag slung over one shoulder. I'm like, that looks like it. I sprint up, fucking like stop right behind him. He's facing the opposite way. I take like a good long look at the bag. I'm like, yep, that's my bag. Grab it with my left hand, and I hit him across the face with my right. And Rob pounces on him. He was right behind me. I immediately start diving through the bag, making sure it's our bag. And it was. So he and Rob both start shouting for the police, and I'm trying to account for all that we had missing, and my passport wasn't there. So I chase him down through an alley, and I tackle him and frisk him. I'm going, passport, passport, passport. And, I frisk him. He doesn't have anything. And then he hits me across the face and runs away. I'm like, oh, that's probably a good time to call it. We walk back, and there's like 8 like Italian police there. And they're like, oh, man, like we need to take a statement. And probably one of the funniest parts of the whole story is this like Italian woman smoking a dart on her balcony. He's like, I saw the whole thing. And so she's like, yeah, come on. And the police didn't really speak English.
Get stitches.
And so she's like, yo, come up to our apartment. Like, I'll translate. And so me and like the lead police officer go and have dinner in this Italian woman's apartment while she translates my statement to the officer. And yeah, walked out without
She made you dinner?
Yeah. And then actually what he had walked out of, the place that the dude had walked out of was like a little casino. So they had security footage. And so we walk in there with the cops and like, hey, like rewind your outdoor camera. And it's like black and white. And you just see me like 100-meter sprint up to him and like clock him in the face and like roll out of screen.
Where was your passport? Biggest question.
I think he probably saw the passport as being like super incriminating, having an American passport, and he ditched it in a trash can. And I was like, he was asking me to describe him. I was like, I don't know. He was kind of had a darker skin tone. Like maybe he was like Sicilian. And the police officer's like, nah, he was probably North African, right? And I was like, sure. And he's like, North African in the fucking police report.
Jesus.
How'd you get back to the U.S. without a passport?
Emergency passport, same day, U.S. Embassy.
Oh, perfect. Oh, nice. Oh, word.
Okay. Was yours the only one that was lost? Did everyone else get their passports back?
Mine was the only passport, but everything else was in there. So wallets, phones. That was the only like major loss of the theft.
Dude, that's so funny. That's such a dope story. I mean, good thing you'd stolen a phone too. I mean, imagine if it was like, just cash and passports.
Yeah, I mean, good thing we had our phones, at least a couple phones on us too. But it, definitely made for a hell of a night and a good story. We were exuberant after the vigilante justice.
I bet the adrenaline was just pumping.
We were
500 pounds of
Was
force.
he a big dude? Like what was his deal?
He was shorter than me. He was probably like 5'9", 5'10", scrawny, like clearly like, if not homeless, like not doing so well in life that he's robbing dudes on the commuter rail. But he robbed the wrong guys that day.
Yeah. Don't fuck with the US.
Don't fuck with the US.
Red wine is S tier after that. It has to be.
I was gonna say, well, Timmy D, where would you put red wine after that? Because I mean, makes you sleepy, makes you fall asleep on the train and lose all your shit. But
yeah, I'm okay with like an A/B tier. Honestly, like it definitely made us fall asleep, and I feel like that's like kind of a common theme is wine makes you a little sleepy. Oh, I never even went over my me and Brock's Dewey on a Lime scooter in Austria. Another good one, but
yeah,
another time. Don't ride Lime scooters in Austria drunk. It's a Dewey.
All right, I think this is gonna be the final tier list here. So, in summary, S tier: ale, bourbon, rum, shrooms, Kahlua, lager, moonshine, stout. A tier: champagne, Hennessy, tequila, pilsner. B tier: brandy, cider, Irish whiskey, wine. C tier: Aperol, Jaeger, limoncello. D tier: gin, Irish cream vodka. F tier: absinthe, crack, LSD. Honestly, F tier, kind of a bob.
It kind of sounds like a fun time.
F
If you do
tier,
F tier, you're gonna have a good time.
F tier is the S tier of this list. All right. Well, boys, thank you for coming on. This has been a good time. Do you have any parting thoughts for us?
I had a quick parting thought. I wish we talked about Declan more. I know we had a couple glazing stories. I wish we had 45 of them. Go listen to Floor Road on Spotify.
It's so funny because I glazed Declan so hard like every episode. I don't try to. It's just something always comes out.
You have
I have to.
Yeah, you don't try to. It just happens because of Declan.
Declan's just so goated for
It's
that.
organic. I mean, it's orgasmic. I mean, it's organic.
Diesel, any parting thoughts for us?
Looking forward to coming back, Timmy. I think the world needs more of Timmy B, Mac. Oh, I just doxed all of us.
I'll bleep it.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Valid.
I think the world needs to hear more of us, boys.
I agree.
Quarter life crisis. Listen to it.
Yeah, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. We taking this shit worldwide.
I want no one I know to listen to this specific episode.
yeah,
Well,
the distribution list for this episode is going to be narrow, but as is our intended client base, anyways, right?
yeah, basically. Well, not intended, but our client base is pretty narrow.
Except for that
Yeah,
homie in Japan who's tuning in. I want to
yeah,
meet
homie
that
in
kid.
Japan
Shout out to him.
cooking. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on. Coming at you next week with either Trevor or Craig, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks, boys. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks
Cheers.
for having us on.
Hello, everyone. One final side note here that Diesel wanted me to pass along to you all. After recording this, he said he showed up. He had court the next day. Said he showed up quite hungover to his alcohol-related charges, and somehow beat the case. Not guilty on all counts. So this weekend, go out there and have yourself a brew for our good buddy Diesel.